G'day, citizens. This is Joker, and today we have the Khartu-Al. This is one amazing looking alien ship from the Xi'an. This ship is 170 US for this, as it is at the moment. And let's be honest, it's terrible. It's beyond terrible. It needs a ton of work, right? Straight out the box, its power plant and coolers cannot even sustain basic flight with mild usage of guns. It falls apart like a paper mache aeroplane, or like a pinata. It pops open like a pinata, but no lollies come out. No one's getting excited when it blows up. Alright, just gonna jump in here and give you a quick fly around with the ship. Now, it looks really cool when it transforms, and I love the ship. Don't get me wrong, I bought it because I love the look of it. Sounds awesome. But the components that it comes stocked with have been outdated. All the parameters of the stock components have changed in the last patch. So your cooling cores cannot sustain anything. You'll see the power plant and the cooling, they just melt. This thing just is not effective as what they're classifying now a light fighter. It should be a new category called super light if they're going to keep it a fighter. Don't even entertain the idea of a fighter. Okay, this thing should be a scout ship, right? It was first advertised as a scout ship. Now, what I'm hoping to get out of ships like this in the future is the chassis. When they do the rework of what all the ships are made of, metal, carbon fiber, titanium, whatever, this thing has to be super light, super light. Okay, with ships having drag effects and things like that on the chassis and stuff like that of the ships, this thing is like an open palm flying in atmosphere. It is absolute trash. It's so slow. It chews up tons of hydrogen fuel when it shouldn't be using barely anything if it's meant to be that light. Its maneuverability is quite good in space, but it's not an edge over any other ship with only 2 guns. All right, this thing's only got 2 guns, 2 size 3s. It doesn't even come with 2 size 2 gimbals. Like, you still have to go and buy gimbals. You'll have to go and buy cooler cores. You have to go and buy a new power plant. You're probably going to have to buy shields as well. I mean, the shimmers, 2 shimmers, I mean, they're trash. 3 on the Sabre is bearable, 3, because you've got the twin power plants to beef it up and keep it running with the weapons and everything. But this thing has only got 1 power plant. It's just way underpowered. And as you'll see shortly, it cannot, straight out the box for $170, it cannot even beat a Mustang. And that's an AI Mustang at the level the AI is at the moment. This ship needs a big relook. I mean, it looks cool, obviously, but I'm quite disappointed. If someone only has maybe a starter ship and 1 other ship that they thought looked cool and they bought this thing, yeah, they're probably going to uninstall the game and come back maybe 2 years. I don't know. I hope they fix it. It needs to be fixed. Alright. So my ideas of possibly fixing this thing is put it back to being a scout, make it drop beacons that teammates can quantum to, or just be an actual scout vehicle. If it finds something on a planet, put a beacon there. Possibly, well, obviously, upgrade the components straight out the box. You know, it needs better gear. It's only got 8 shafts as well against missiles. It has no missiles of its own. So that's another downside, big downside. You cannot call a fighter at all if it's got no projectiles, I don't think. And as you'll see at the moment, the ship is just constantly cooking. Everything shuts down when it cooks. You've got to push R to reboot the power and everything. But your shields are dropping. If they get a cheeky shot on you, you're going to die. There you go, just lost the wing. Yeah, so going back to making this ship a viable product, it needs to be the super light have basically unlimited hydrogen range, and it needs to be able to plant beacons, I think. For somebody to find something like a carrot finds a place of interest on the map, bring the Khartu-Al. We'll pinpoint this, and we'll bring the Orion back, or we'll bring, well, not on the planet with the Orion, but we'll bring something back, and we can check it out. It needs to have a specific role, and I think it needs to be able to plant beacons with the tip at the end of its vertical shaft when it's in flight mode. Maybe that could have some beacons on it. I don't know. They need to check it out. Anyway, don't want to harp and rave about it too much. It is a cool ship. It just needs a ton of work, a ton of love. This thing's been around for nearly 4 years now, and it just gets overlooked all the time. Overlooked. I'll post a few pictures as well, and you'll see from Urkel, the website, what it comes stock with, how everything's cooked and maxed out. And I'll post another picture with what it should have on it, stock, and yeah, go from there. All right, this is the Khartu-Al from Silver Joker, over and out from ASA, and see you in the next review. Goodbye.